Yes, welcome back, everyone. It's transfer deadline day. We're here for the next couple of hours to chat, to talk. Very unlikely that any major deals are going to happen. Of course, Liverpool signing Ben Davis, West Brom signing Ainsley Maitland-Niles today. Liverpool also picking up Ozan Kabak as well. We're reading here, Tottenham defender Tanganga is staying at the club after interest from Southampton and Celtic. Dele Alli looks like he's staying in North London as well. That's causing rictions and upset and problems as well. Sergio Ramos to Man United. That rumor kind of reared its head today, kind of out of absolutely nowhere, which I think was an absolute. Which for me is a madness. Like, legitimately, I'm sitting there thinking, why? Why has this come up? We're going to get some of the panel on throughout the course of this show as well. Review what's going on, how you're all doing. Doopsy says boring window. It has been, but I think that leads us on to the conversation around, has anybody's expectations for this season changed due to their club's activities or lack thereof activities this month? Arsenal fans thought they were going to get a world-class number 10. They got Odegaard as an example. Man United fans thought maybe we'd really go for it and try and win the league. That hasn't happened. City signed no one. Liverpool, I think Liverpool have signed two players which we just have no idea. You know, Ben Davis, nobody's heard of. Ozan, no one's really been talking about in any great detail. I love the hair. That's all right, bro. It's lockdown fluff, bro. That's what it is. It's lockdown fluff, the hair. But at least his hair, like, that's thick, bro. Like people think I'm like proper bald. Look, proper bald people don't have like proper hair. Like, that's hair, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? That's proper. Let me just style it again now. Look at that. See, comb over to actually cover the bald bits. Hit that like and share button, really important. Man like KJ here with me in the background, coming on in just a second. I'm going to get man on. That's weird. Oh, there we go. He's getting his camera on. I'm going to get him on in a minute. Terry, thought you were bald. Listen, it's thinning. I shaved it for lockdown. Simple and as straightforward as that. Man like KJ here is with me. How you doing, bro?
Oh, good. Just changing over to my mic. That should sound better for people. There we go. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Deadline day for the most boring deadline day for a transfer window I've ever had in my life. Like, seriously.
Yeah, it's been mad boring. It's ridiculously boring. There's no doubt. But has that changed anything from your point of view now? I mean, City, most people are saying, are favourites. Have Liverpool's transfers kind of changed your mindset at all?
No, you know what? We gotta, first of all, I think, give some kind of respect out to FSG. The fans were calling for something. The media were questioning if they need a centre back, saying they need a centre back, and they got out and got not just one but two, and two good. Like, they both are a good age. I think Davies is around 25, 26, and then Kabak is also young. I'm not too sure about his age, but I'm pretty sure he's under the age of 24. So you've got two. Let me rephrase that. I'm tired, man. One young centre back and one mid-age centre back with some experience. Championship in England, which is good. We've seen many Championship players come up to the Prem and do well, and also the fact that Kabak has been playing for Schalke in Germany in the Bundesliga. Two experienced players to come in and do a job for Liverpool. Davies will probably know that he's there just to fill a spot and cover here and there. And Kabak knows that, you know what, if he actually progresses and kicks on, he can become a starter. That's how I feel like it's been sold to those two players. So fair play to Liverpool. Are they the quality that you want from a Liverpool football club? That's a question you have to ask the Liverpool fans. Well, you guys were crying for a centre back, you're getting two. So I feel like two okay centre backs instead of a one really good one is fair enough.
Yeah, listen, I agree, mate. I think that there wouldn't have been the deal. Some people will try and sort of finesse it and say it was, but these are not going to be the level of deal that Liverpool fans were hoping for. but something's better than nothing. At the end of the day, what's been very clear to me in recent days, recent weeks, is that Klopp doesn't fancy the young'uns that he's got. And I say that with a little bit of a heavy heart, because I like seeing young players do well. But they considering how much Liverpool have needed centre-backs, these boys just haven't been given that opportunities in the last 2 or 3 months, and it's sort of like you just get that feeling and that sense that Klopp's like, yeah, thank you for trying, boys, but we're going to look elsewhere. And
it's the fact that he kept on changing them. He'll give one a game, then another a game, and then go 3 games with Henderson or Fabinho at centre back, and then he'll bring one of them in, and then bring the other one in. For me, I thought Klopp may have stuck with, I think, Nat Phillips. He looks like the better one out of the two. Reece Williams, I feel like is too far off the pace for the Premier League. He was playing conference level football last season. So like it is a bit too much for him right now. So I thought maybe Nat Phillips would have got like a decent run out for Liverpool, and to really see if he got what it takes. Now his orders will be, we played for a few games for them and it didn't work out. It's a shame really, because there was an opportunity for Klopp to play a young player from the academy like with Trent, and to see if he can get a tune out of those two as well. But it just wasn't meant to be by the looks of it. So yeah, man. Let's see how this helps Liverpool's squad and Liverpool playing. I don't want to hear no complaints about Henderson playing at centre back or Fabinho at centre back anymore. You'll have them in your midfield. And I've already, what's annoying? Yeah, I've already seen the reports of Liverpool buying Ben Davies, great bargain. And this is not just a flash in the pan panic buy. They've been looking at him since his breakthrough season in 2016 or something. I'm just like, come on, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like, shut up. No, it's not. Like, stop it.
Yeah. It's one of them ones to me. I just sort of look at it and think, you know what? Like, I'm not saying they've only discovered who he was this month, right? I'm not saying that they started watching Championship on Sky. Like, I don't know. They were driving back from a game. A Championship game is on, and Klopp's gone, who this? Yeah. what is his name? Like, this didn't happen, right? They, of course, they've looked at him. But yeah, if Van Dijk and Gomez weren't injured, they wouldn't have bought the guy. So I'm not so much saying it's a panic buy, but I think it's a stopgap, because there's two things, I suppose, on the mind of FSG. They're frugal with money. If they drop the big money on another centre-back and both Gomez and Van Dijk come back and they're perfect next season, they then create a different problem. It's who plays. And there's Gomez is getting to an age now where he's going to start saying, I want what Van Dijk has got, where it's I play when I'm fit. Occasional rotation, but I play when I'm fit. You can drop me out of the Carling Cup games and you can drop me out of the dead rubbers in the Champions League when we qualify, but I want full-time football. Upamecano comes in now. I think that's one of those situations. But yeah, I think Liverpool have done well in the end. They may end up with a third even. I'm not too sure what's happening with the Campo. Another player who's named.
Carmo, the one we was linked with as well. And apparently there's another one, I think, from Marseille, like I think a Croatian player. He's got a double-barreled name, and the last name was Carr. But yeah, like at least they've done something. Like we've been saying, Liverpool fans, rival fans, media were all calling out FSG, get a centre back. No one's telling you to send 60 million on a centre back, buy a centre back, get one on loan, and they've gotten two. So you literally, if I was a Liverpool fan, am I going to be extremely vexed? No. You know what I'm saying? Like, could I be like, guys, you could have spent a little bit more on something a bit more assured, but what would you rather, Ben Davies and Kabak, or Mustafi and Phil Jones? You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the levels that they could have.
That's one thing I'd say. There's you never know what you're buying. These two players coming in could be Phil Jones and Mustafi's. They could equally be hidden gems that nobody knows about as of yet. So there's so many sort of options for it. It's unbelievable. Igal's with us now as well. Igal, how you? Do you know what's mad? I just see a headline and then Igal popped up. It's as if like God moves in mysterious ways. Before we delve into that, big shout out to Manscaped, our title sponsors. You can get 20% off of all their male grooming products now. They've got a brand new cologne on the way as well. So check out the link in the description below. Use promo code TFT and hit that like button, people. We're here for the next little while. The headline I read, Igal, was Arsenal favourites for Grealish.
Don't lie to me.
I'm serious. I read the headline. The problem is, I then clicked on the headline, and it's this is where I think Arsenal fans are being gassed. It's a headline from one of the UK's leading bookmakers, and they've got this little blog about how this is bad, right? They're basically talking about, like you were. Now I know that you wouldn't gamble; it's haram, I understand that, but they're talking like you are about how Arsenal may be able to finesse a transfer, and then underneath it's like, currently the odds are like 5-1 if you want to put a bet on, but it's like convincing Arsenal fans to bet that it's going to happen. I'm like, no, see, I reckon they watched that stream the other day and they were like, oh, we could easily finesse this. But we're just chatting Liverpool. We're going to go on to talk about Arsenal in a minute with Maitland-Niles and other bits and bobs going on there. Willock leaving.
Can I say something about the Liverpool thing first?
Yes, that's what I was going to ask you about. What do you make of Liverpool's deals today?
Panic buys, both of them. Let's be honest. Nobody's here. Nobody here is going to say Liverpool would have signed these guys 6 months ago, or these guys would have even been on their radar as first or second choice options. And also, the way I know that one of these signings is definitely a panic buy, the guy that they got from Germany, was his deal was pretty much done and dusted to go to Newcastle. But then last minute they come and they're like, you know what, Newcastle, he's going to Newcastle. No, we need a center back. He fits the age bracket of what we need. You know what? Let's check his analytics quickly. And then they're like,
stop. I'll stop you right there. They looked at Kabak before. They've been looking at Kabak. I'm normally here. I'm not buying it. I'm normally with the Liverpool slander, yeah. But when you can't call it a panic buy when they legit are panicking. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like it's
that's
not like
why you can call it a panic buy.
But no, but it's different in terms of they had to do something. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they're in the transfer window, everything's going fine, and it's just like, oh, people are buying. We'll get him to show that we care. Like, they generally need to buy these players. And if you always talk about availability for Arsenal. Oh, we want this player, that player, but are they available? Does it make sense for this moment? These two players are available and make sense for this moment. Like it's, you can't really slate Liverpool for doing what they're doing.
I'm calling a spade a spade. If they're panicking and they get two players that they needed, it's a panic buy. So I'm just calling it as it is. I'm not.
You're adding negative connotations to it.
I'm just trying to rid the wrongs of the people on the media who are making it seem like, oh my God, Liverpool done it again. They found two gems. Newcastle were about to sign them. They took it from under Newcastle. Oh, they got this guy. What's his name? Ben Davis.
Yeah.
From Preston. They're like, oh, they got the young shining guy from Preston. They got another guy from thing. Let's call it what it is, people. These guys are not guys that they're probably even going to look at 2-3 months ago, 6 months ago, maybe 2 years ago. They wouldn't even looked at these guys. They wouldn't be on their list. These are not fourth choice options. They're not second choice options. These aren't even opportunities that they're pouncing on. These are necessary needs that they couldn't find any solutions to. And you know what? They panic buy. And these guys might not even play for Liverpool in the long run in a year's time.
You know what I'd say, Gal? Your logic is right. However, I'm gonna bring up the funniest thing you've ever tweeted. When you said I can't get into these British shows where they call like female police officers mum, and it's not mum, it's mom, right? And it's just a hierarchy thing that you say mom, right? And you obviously heard it as mum. It made me die. I think you're misunderstanding the British humor behind a panic buy. You only call it a panic buy when you try and celebrate a signing as though it's like it was preordained. Now, they are panic, but they are ever so slightly panic buys. They are not. I don't think any of these players are number one targets, but they find themselves in an injury crisis, so they've got to buy them. So you are right, they're panic buys, but they're panic buys because they desperately need a centre back. So I'm not the only way there's going to be like no Liverpool fan really is like, oh my God, we just signed world class. Do you get where I'm coming from? Yeah. I don't on that. So I don't want to defend Liverpool, but Yeah, I don't know, man.
If they've not signed anyone, you're coming here saying, haha, look at them, they're broke, unambitious, they can't afford anybody. So what, you know what I mean? Like you can say that Liverpool can't win in your eyes. Like I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that because that's at least you're admitting the agenda, innit? Like, but if you're talking straight football, it's not really a panic buy because again, they understand why they're buying these players. You know what I'm saying? Like,
do you think they're going to be any good for them though? I mean, do you think buying a player from Preston? Do you actually think that's what they should have done, or do you think they should have actually gone out and spent big, gone for a proper player?
You know what? It would have been more funny if they went for Mustafi. So in the grand scheme of things, they helped out. We helped them in a way by helping this move go through by getting Mustafi off the books. So I'm
no. Other way around. They helped you, my brother. They helped you, not the other way around. Because if Kabak didn't go to Liverpool, they wouldn't be getting Mustafi. So they helped you, my brother. Let's not get it twisted.
It's either you can look at it whichever way you want to look at it. There's
only one way to look at it, Gal. Stop trying to twist this.
He was going to Newcastle regardless.
Stop trying to twist this into.
Don't make it seem like Liverpool were the only team. The deal was pretty much agreed for Newcastle and this Kabak guy. So he was going regardless. If he went to Liverpool or Newcastle, he was gone regardless. So we were going to get Mustafi off our books regardless.
Regardless. So why are you making out like, yes, look at Arsenal, we allowed this to happen to Liverpool. Like, look,
I didn't say
what
that.
are you chatting about? That's what you're doing, fam. You're making it out like Arsenal.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you guys, we'll give them Mustafi so you guys can get Kabak. You know what I'm saying? That's what it sounds like, my brother.
No,
like, come on.
I actually tried to give them credit, but you twisted it in a way that makes it sound like I'm salty.
You're terrible.
You twisted it. What?
KJ, you know what you did? You took the word and you went like this. You know what?
No. You got the words, put them over here, and I said you put your words over there. That's all it is.
You make me. I love it. Honestly, Gal, you are like the gift that continues to give every single day. And I mean that. Monso here, the super chat says, buying Davis is a better buy. When we have our defenders back, he won't be demanding first team football. His wages will be low and not a lot was spent. And listen, they're low risk. Do you know what this comes down to? I said it earlier stream. These are very low risk buys by Liverpool. But at the same time, they could still, I want to put this in the right way, but they can still buy FSG in the arse. If Liverpool don't retain their title, there's carnage at Liverpool this year because it will go back to the summer where they were frugal and they were tight-fisted and they said, okay, we won't do it. We think we've got a good enough squad to get us through. They've had the whole of January to try and sign someone big. They got battered away because they didn't want to spend. And now they are pushing. Oh, we've got players that were on our lists, blah, 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 blah. If these boys come in and they're like Laurel and Hardy at the back, Liverpool fans are going to do their nuts, especially as there's a little bit of hope again now, which should be amazing. But it's going to be an interesting title run. And we'll talk a little bit about the games in a bit. I wanted to speak about Arsenal, though, Gal, because remember me and you had a chat before where you had another one of your great viral moments where you said Van Persie came for your academy. Love it. Absolutely love it. Right.
Listen, you keep mentioning that. Context needed.
Honestly,
no. Stop. Don't do that again. I see what you're doing there. Listen, I messed up. I generally thought you were saying something else, and I messed up. I obviously know he didn't come from the academy. I thought you just meant players who were with us when they were young, but obviously not academy graduate.
All right, yeah. On your academy graduates, there's two players I've heard you on our channel. And I say our channel because you man are part of the family still, right? You bigged up big time. Ainsley Maitland-Niles and Willock both gone out on loan to dead football teams. I know Kendall's watching, but you're one thing. Actually, I've got to address Kendall. Kendall, one issue I have with you, and I'm going to look at the camera with this. One issue I have with you is it's illegal to support two teams.
I knew it.
I have got an issue with it. Whenever I hear you say we when it comes to Atletico Madrid, it gives me like the shudder, like the when someone steps on your grave type feeling, right? Please stop it, Kendall. You can support one team. You're from Newcastle. We know you know that's what you are.
No, Terry, no, you cannot deny her love Fernando Torres. Like, that is the reason why she supports him. Like, you
Yeah,
cannot deny this.
you can't support two teams. Listen, man. Listen, I don't care how much you like Torres, how much you like tapas. I don't care how much you like drinking sangria. You know what I mean? Lovely date nights. You know,
Wait, how's this for a reply? I don't support two teams. I support Newcastle and follow Atletico Madrid.
It's honestly, in the world run by Terry, that would be one of my criminal offenses, to get what I mean. Like, it'd be on there. You'd be in court. It's like, how does the jury find a defendant guilty or not guilty of supporting two football teams?
My guy's funny, you know. A man said, I thought he support Aston Villa. I like that one. That's good.
Listen, I'm only joking, Kendall. But listen, two Arsenal legends, two Arsenal academy players, Newcastle, West Brom. It won't be long until Nketiah is at that same level. You've got Smith Rowe and
he's already there. They're just not letting him go.
Yeah, they haven't gone yet. Are you disappointed to see these two boys flop?
Honestly, Maitland-Niles, I'm disappointed in the situation that happened because I thought we were going to sell him to Wolves. We didn't sell him, so I thought he was going to be directly part of Arteta's plans to play in the team. It seems like he's not, and I'm not sure what went down for since the first interview and the first Europa League game. He was the first person there for the interviews. So you think once a player is interviewing for a game, they're going to play. The man didn't even the man didn't even get off the bench that game.
You know why? Do you know what went down?
I know went down. I know it's political. The whole Ozil situation. He mentioned something good.
No. Do you know what went down?
What?
He ain't good enough.
No, but how do you do an interview for a Europa League press conference the day before and then not even make the squad?
Egal.
Because there's a training session in the evening, and he trained, and Arteta was like, "Jeez, I ain't playing him, bruv. I'm gonna send him." That guy's balling ability is Brucey ball level, bruv. I'm sending him to Bruce. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, right? Imagine how he feels right now. Man could have gone to play for Nuno Espirito, right? My guy Nuno at Wolves, who really could do with a bit of extra quality, especially since losing Doherty, who, by the way, looks dead at Tottenham. He should have stayed where he was as well. He ended up at West Brom, bruv. He's gone from Nuno to Big Sam, bruv.
You want to know what happened, though? I read about this.
From Arsenal to Brucey ball. And he's also, Willock's leaving London, and he's literally going to Middle Earth in Newcastle. It's a madness, bruv. Like, these two guys... I mean, do you know how bad Newcastle is, right? Do you know how bad it is? Joe Willock, right? Do you know how bad Newcastle is? The pigeons fly upside down because there's nothing worth shitting on. It's that.
Chill. She hears this.
Okay, Terry.
She hears this.
Can I say something about Ainsley? Ainsley, don't put disrespect on Ainsley. Ainsley was also wanted by Leicester. He was also wanted by Southampton. He was also wanted by obviously Newcastle wanted him also.
And why didn't they get the
deal? Let me tell you why. Arsenal apparently did not want to give Leicester the player because Leicester came in with a late bid to purchase him, which was beneath their option. On top of that, they didn't want to strengthen another team that they look as a possible rival for.
Not possible. Take that word out, Hancock. Take that word out, Hancock.
Okay, so you heard what I said. Now Southampton, the situation with Southampton, I heard that. Numerous sources were saying that he wanted reassurances that he'd be playing in the midfield from Southampton. They said no, they want him only as a winger. And then they grew angry between the two parties, and that's where they fell apart. And Southampton dropped their interest after he said he wants assurances that he's going to play in the midfield. Now West Brom, they said, you know what, we're ensuring you that you'll be able to play on the left, on the right, as a midfielder, wherever we need you to play, we'll play you, but we're going to give you assurances to play in the midfield. And that's why he ended up choosing West Brom.
You know why this is bad, Igam? The man's preferred position is his worst position. Yeah. How have you gone from Wolves, Leicester, and potentially Southampton wanting you because of your ability at right back and left back, and be like, nah, my preferred position is centre mid, and okay, cool, West Brom's your only choice? Like, no matter is.
You know what?
Newcastle wanted him, but you can't loan two players from the same team.
Listen to me, bro. You've just actually proven the point that he ain't good enough, right? Because all the teams that play ball, right? All the teams that play ball were like, nah, bro, we don't want you in that midfield. The only team that's willing to let him play in midfield is Big Sam. They don't use midfield. They go long from the back. He's not going to touch the ball, bruv. Is it? He's got to play in a team where he's going to be playing piggy in the middle with his own teammates, and he's just going to be doing this all day, watching the ball fly in the air like this. He's going to be running. You ever seen a cat chase the light? You know when your light shines off your watch and hits a wall and a cat chases it? That's going to be Maitland-Niles, bruv. He is a bang average football player.
Okay, so why was he in the England team before the thing? Because he was playing well in those two positions, on the right wing and on the left. Sorry, as a right wing back and as a right back.
Terry, you're doing him a disservice. He's not he's a good right wing back, left wing back. He's a dead midfielder. Right wing back, left wing back.
How can you even say that? He hasn't played enough.
Because every performance he's had in midfield for Arsenal has been dead. His best games have come from left wing back.
Manchester United away. Manchester United away.
Let me tell you a little something, bro. Listen, one Swift is not a summer make. This is how dead he is in midfield. El Neni went out on loan because he wasn't wanted. Has come back, been awful, and still plays in front of him. It's as simple and it's as straightforward as that. It can't be denied, bro. At the end of the day, he's just not good. Listen, I know he's still your player officially, but you don't leave Arsenal when you're in 10th, all right, when you need players, and go to West Brom on loan under Sam Allardyce. If he went to West Brom when they had ballers, I'd get it. And I know somebody threw out at me earlier, but Gnabry had the same career path. Cool. I will take that one on the chin, but I would bet £1,000 right now that we are not seeing another Gnabry here.
Listen, guys.
Ainsley Maitland-Niles is not the best thing since sliced bread. We know that. We're not acting like he is. What I'm saying is he's better than some of the level of West Brom. Let's be honest. He's not that bad. He's playing at West Brom. He will show. Hopefully, he will show.
He show his level. He show his level.
Yeah, he will show that he's a better player than that, obviously, and he'll come back with more value, and hopefully we'll be able to sell him on for more. Because realistically, the club just wants to maintain the player's value, and if he's not going to play at Arsenal, it makes sense that he goes out on loan and he comes back worth more.
No one's saying that him going on loan is terrible. Like you're not trying to keep his value up. We get all of that. No one's disputing that. It's a good move from Arsenal to loan him out if you're not going to lose him. That's fine. It's just a conversation of he's going to be playing in midfield for West Brom, where he could have been playing in left back, right back for better teams. What we're saying is this midfielder that you think you have is not that good in midfield. And people in the chat are saying, but he's hardly played there. What? Guess why? Because he's a better fullback than he is a midfielder.
I was just explaining the situation as I read it. I'm not saying he's a better midfielder. That's where you're misconstruing what I'm saying. That's what he wanted. That's what he wanted as assurances. That's what he wants as a player. And you know what? If that's his ambitions to play in the midfield for a Premier League team,
that's cool.
That isn't the conversation piece, brother. I know you're saying that's how you read it, but you're giving us that information like that's what you believe, bruv. Say, this is what I read, but it's nonsense. It's a bit like the way you've just criticized Liverpool for their press pushing these stories out as being like propaganda and false. You've just accepted what's been said about Maitland-Niles. Maitland-Niles and Willock are being loaned out. Do you know how many? Think about this, right? Even Palestri going out at loan at Man United worries me, because think about this realistically. Go through Man United's history in the last 30 years. Go through Barca's. Go through Bayern's, go through Arsenal's, go through Chelsea's. And I want a percentage, not examples. There's always going to be an example. But find a percentage of players that between 18 and 21 go out on loan and actually end up making it to the highest level at your club. It's very rare. It is rare, bruv. And when you look at the amount of loans that happen, the reason your club are loaning those two players is because they're not good enough. And there's no more story to it than that. Of course, Arsenal will sell the PR. It's a bit like with Man United loaning out Jesse Lingard. He gave it the whole, we want him to go there, rediscover his form and his love, and he, come back a better player ready for next season. That's a PR spin. That's what Ollie's got to say, because there could be, if he gets a major injury, he'll be part of the Man United setup next year. We might not be able to sell him. He can't be like, thank God he's gone. Do you know what I mean? In case he has to manage him again. Ram's here with us. We're also joined as well now. She has managed to find internet in Middle Earth, and she's going to come on and have her say. Kendall's here as well.
Sorry, Terry, just quickly,
pissed.
remind me where you're from again.
I'm from London.
East London.
Yeah, East London. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
okay, let's move
East
on.
London, West London, North London,
Yes,
they're all the
thank
same,
you
innit?
for that. I've just got a man outside on a bike. He's wheeling the electric propeller to get me electric to my house. My lights might go off soon though, because he's getting a little bit tired. So sorry about that.
That's candlelight. You'll be fine. It's candlelight. You'll be good.
Yeah.
Wait, that's her name though. Hold tight, midnight vibes.
I saw that last night. Hello, Candle. Joe Willock to Newcastle. You excited to have him?
Do I look excited? No. There's other people I would have preferred if we were going to go for Arsenal loanee. I would have preferred Maitland-Niles, but because realistically we could have done with right back cover, we could have done with centre mid cover. So he was more versatile. But and if
hear her words, cover. She said cover, not starting. She said cover for Newcastle.
Well, because I just don't think like Joe Willock's any better than Matty Longstaff, and pretty much everyone on my Twitter has agreed today that he isn't. So I don't really.
The thing is,
it.
I think he's a better cover than having Joe Linton play on the wing.
Oh yeah, 100%. Anyone's better than Joe Linton, even I am.
Because what he's gonna do is I think he could actually come into your team and be one of your biggest goal threats in the midfield. Because you don't have a lot of goals in the midfield, and Joe Willock, one thing he's good at is popping in late runs into the box and getting goals. He hasn't done that in the Premier League for us, but in the Europa League and in the League Cups, he's that's what he's been his best at.
So against lower opposition, against people in farmers leagues and Azerbaijan and that, he's really good at scoring goals, but not in the Prem when Newcastle will play him.
Exactly.
No, honestly, no, because Steve Bruce will do a stupid thing and he'll drop like Isaac Hayden for Joe Willock. That's just what I'm seeing now. I can just imagine it.
Madness.
Yeah. Otherwise,
madness. Two of what I love about this is two young Arsenal players that they literally. You can just go watch AFTV's content from like a year and a half ago. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Willock, this, that, and the other. They're now both playing for Sam Allardyce and Steve Bruce. Do you know what I'm saying? Put that into context.
I feel for them. I really, really do. I feel for them, man.
They're your golden boys. They're your golden boys, bro.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Weren't they the ones that drive Arsenal forward?
You guys keep bantering, but at the end of the day, as much as you realize, not all these academy kids are gonna make it. We have Saka and Emil Smith Rowe right now looking good. Yes, you have Joe Willock, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, and thing are not making it. Big deal.
I hear that.
Are we bantering your good players? No. You know what I'm saying? We're not bantering your good players.
I'm not even getting offended. It's just
what I will say, Gal, about your better players. If Smith Rowe continues in this trajectory and if Saka continues in this trajectory, it won't be too many more transfer windows until we're seeing them leave, bro. Like they will not be staying at Arsenal if you man don't progress, because they are far too honestly. But you know, you walk down the street and you see a beautiful looking woman, lovely blonde hair, dresses good, smells nice, and then you see Gollum next to her. You're like, bruv, you're punching. That's Arsenal right now. Arsenal are Gollum, and these men are like 10 out of 10 stunners punching, bruv. So you better improve quick. Them two men will be gone.
Can I get back to Newcastle though? Do you not think that from your midfield options, do you not feel like Joe Willock will offer you some a goal scoring threat from the rest of your midfielder options? He'll offer you more of a goal scoring threat than the rest of them, don't you think?
I'm not gonna lie. Has he started one Premier League game this season? So I haven't really watched him. If I'm honest, I can't even give you a input because I have not seen him play. The one I saw him play looked like he was treading in friggin' cement. So that's really
I love
good.
Gal sits there and is like, I'm not offended by you saying nothing about Willock and not Maitland-Niles, but he's trying to prove all these points about them. Tell me about this one. Well, I thought you weren't. Ram, I want to come to you. You come on. You were like, Terry, I want to come on and chat to Gal because he was chatting some nonsense. Before we do that, Gregory with a super chat here. It says London to Newcastle is the equivalent of a public toilet to a hole in the ground. They are just two different levels of shitholes.
Well, guess what, Gregory? Luckily for you, I ain't from Newcastle. I'm from Durham, and Durham is a beautiful, cultural, historical city. So
it's also
no one can ever chat shit to me about where I live.
But it is full of old people, though.
Yes, that's why it's nice. There's no idiots like you lot on the street.
I went to Durham one time, yeah, bruv. You man out there can exercise them hills, man. Why is your high street a massive hill? I felt like climbing a mountain, bro. Like,
you know what's mad? I went somewhere like that once up north, right? And we had to walk to the shops. And the first day we walked it literally took about an hour to get there and back. Next day, you could tell we were the Londoners up there, and everyone else was locals. We were ordering Uber taxis to come to us, and then we send them to the shops and back. Because I'm like, I ain't doing that. I ain't walking. I don't do none of that nonsense. I live in the countryside now, but I don't go anywhere, bruv. Like I have my car MOT ran out a month ago. I haven't been able to get it booked in anywhere because of the world's been locked down. So I can't leave my house because I can't drive anywhere. I can't do anything.
Yeah, Justin. I went to uni in Middlesbrough, bruv. Like I've been to Durham. Don't worry about that. Like that's
guys, if we want to talk about shitholes.
Yeah, all right, listen. If you
Middlesbrough is noble, bro. It's noble.
I obviously have a little soft spot for Middlesbrough because I lived there for 4 years. But when I say I went there and I could see the toxins in the air. Like, I've never seen toxins in my life until I went to Middlesbrough.
That's what they're called, smoggies.
Yes,
the smog in the air.
Yeah. It's actually peak, and I'm like, yo, the air was different. The land was different. Everything was different. But did I have a good time? Hell yes. Hold tight, Middlesbrough, bro. I enjoyed myself.
You know what's great? Yeah. Do you know what's like? Yes, I love going around the UK because obviously I grew up in London, obviously, but like I went to different places. Manchester was wicked. Hang on a minute here. Oh, wow. Minamino to Southampton. Imminent. He's a flop. Minamino.
Wait.
Look at
11 million. Get Eden Bruno. What a signing. Bargain for the future.
No.
Oh,
KJ, I never said that.
Even played, man. Like,
I never said that.
No, not you. Liverpool fans, Ram. Nah, forget that, fam. Forget that, my brother. Nah, forget it. I got these man calling him the Scouse Samurai and that. Nah, get out of here, fam. The man's a flop. Man's been flopping. But we only cost 11 million. Nah, it's a flop. Because you man gassed him to be the next Kazuki Honda, fam. Like, nah, fam, no.
What about Keita? What about Oxlade-Chamberlain?
They've
had a lot of flops.
Now, you leave Ox alone.
Man, just because he left your dead club for us, yeah, don't chat.
That was funny. Yeah. Anyway, go on, Ram. Make your point. You go on.
Go. What are you talking about? Panic buys, bro. Come on. Did
you know either of these guys' names last week?
Yes, I do. I've heard of Ozan Kabak. Yeah. We scouted this guy in the summer. We did. There were so many reports of us going to buy him. Like I personally knew about this guy from June. I didn't heard of him before, but from June, when we were linked with him, I was like, okay, cool, let's have a look at this guy. And he's actually all right, but this season's been a bit. We'll forget about that. But
you got a 5-match ban for spitting on someone.
Yeah, we forget about that.
It's quite in. The Scousers will love him. Yeah, Jamie Carragher and that can give him advice in that. You know what I'm saying?
Shut up, KJ. Shut up.
Yo, he probably like, you're right, mate. Let me show you around the town, mate.
Ram, I have to challenge you on one thing, brother. Mm-hmm. You, on average, have come on my our show, the channel. We'll say channel's ours, even though it does belong to me. We'll say ours for now, right? You know when you could bring someone to your house and makes it at home, like they're one of them things, yeah.
Yeah.
You've been on this show multiple times, and never once have you. I heard you mutter, stammer, say anything about Ozan Kabak. I've not heard you say it once. So I'm not saying you haven't heard his name, brother, because I know you play FIFA, footy manager. You might have read a blog about him. But the point I'm making is we've sat here and done multiple shows. In fact, in the last 12 weeks since Virgil van Dijk sadly passed away of a knee injury, right? We've sat here and spoke on many, many occasions about who should come in and replace him. And neither you, I want to say Stroh, but I might be wrong, but neither you, Stroh, Zane, O'Shea, Samuel, none of the regulars. I've been on to multiple Liverpool streams and never heard his name mentioned once. Now you're going, yeah, mate, been talking about it for fucking months, mate. No, you haven't.
Terry, no. Ram was one of the advocates for him in the summer. Ram spoke about him quite a lot.
Okay, but not here he didn't. I'm just saying.
No, he did. I will back
he did.
I'm sorry, I wrote an article about him, bro. I wrote an article about him.
Okay, listen. I'll take that back, man, because maybe I did too many shows. I just don't really remember it at all.
But that's why I said on the last.
I didn't talk about him a lot because I didn't think Liverpool were going. I don't think Schalke were going to let him go. I honestly didn't think they were going to let him go because they're that integral to Schalke. And I thought Botman was.
No, but no, let's be honest, Ram. Let's be honest. You got his future stars card on FIFA this season, and was like, "Yeah, this is the guy. This is the
honestly,
guy."
I haven't heard of him.
Listen, I'm not going to discredit what you've all said. I'll say you mentioned him, but definitely in maybe the summer, but definitely in this last month when you've been screaming, you haven't been coming on and go get him. You've not been saying it. So
you know what that is, Terry. You know what that is.
Screaming his name, bruv.
You know what that is, though. Ram's one of those guys. Yeah, he jumps from potential signings to the next one. That's what he does. Because when we was on the last stream, I said, why is Liverpool not being linked to their original number one target? Why are they suddenly straying away from this guy to Milito, Botman and things? And Ram didn't have answers.
Honestly, right, I didn't think we were going to get him. I honestly didn't think we were going to get him because I didn't think Schalke were going to let him go. But it turns out they turned their bums, and you know what I mean. We end up getting him. So I'm happy. I'm happy that we got a centre back. I'm happy, bro.
What?
I'm happy.
You turned your bum.
No, Schalke turned their bums. Whatever the word is.
Not really.
What does that mean?
Not really. You're paying him £2.5 million for a 20-year-old unproven star. You're paying all of his salary. They're getting a decent deal considering they're going down. And not being funny, he's part of the worst defense in the whole of German top flight football. So they might look at it. They're getting Mustafi. Like they're probably thinking right now, we need an experienced guy more. And Mustafi's going to do really well in Germany, by the way. Slower pace, less physical. Mustafi's going to go over there and do a Mike Smalling and look really, really good. But overly, Ram, are you happy with Liverpool's business or what?
Look, at the end of the day, I'm happy that we've actually got a centre back. For this taking it this long, I'm definitely not happy because we should have got this 1st of Jan and we didn't. And I think we'll have to wait and see if it costs us in the end, those draws and losses. But I'm just happy that we got some proven centre backs because I don't want to see Fabinho or Henderson in defence. They're best suited at midfield where they deserve to be because they are good at what they do.
Ram, if things still go pear-shaped, I don't want to hear no crying about we've got no backup. We've got the injury. You've got it now, bro. You've got it now.
We've got it.
None of this. Oh, of course the attack can't score because our midfielders are playing in defence, even though our attackers had chances. No.
Wait, Terry giving Ram a Merseyside accent.
Right.
Do you know what it is? What it is when it's just Scousers. When I say Scousers, I'm talking Liverpool fans. I'm not talking about the lovely blue nose Evertonians. I'm talking about the red half. It doesn't matter if they're from Liverpool, London, Sydney, Australia, New York, Newcastle, or anywhere else, right? They all just sound like they all got the same sound to me. It's like a, you know what I mean? It's how they all sound. But listen, yeah, no more excuses. And I did the statistical breakdown of Liverpool yesterday as well because I was sick and tired of hearing the nonsense. As an absolute matter of fact, you've conceded no less chances this season and no less shots on goal as compared to last year. Equally, your positional plays that lead to shots, counters that lead to shots, crosses that lead to shots, through balls that lead to shots are identical to last year, barring fractions of numbers, right? So, hello, Lee Chappie. How you doing, bro? If you're about, mate, send me a DM. I'd like to get you on and have a chat with you, bro. Especially at Leicester now being a bigger club than Arsenal, confirmed by Arsenal because they wouldn't give you a player. Jeez. So for me, what was I saying? Yeah, Liverpool, it's been converted. This bad run is because none of your, barring Mo Salah, none of your attackers have been in good enough form. It's as simple as that. But it's been a nice, convenient excuse blaming the defenders. If we don't see any improvement now, it's going to be because, as Rams just said, forget outside the football terrace community because I don't really care about them. Rams are leading Liverpool correspondent, and he has just said these were our main targets. So now there's zero excuse if it goes wrong, brother.
I Liverpool correspondent, bro. I never said I'm not Liverpool.
No, I just gave you that. I just gave you a fucking promotion, bro. You take it now. Do you know what I mean?
To be fair, you do write blogs and you like football stories more than you like actual football. It makes sense.
No. Don't mock it, KJ. Don't mock it. I like Liverpool. Allow the stories there. I like football.
Yeah. I just see someone just blocked CFC Gem, right? And I'm like, oh, what's Gem done? It's one of the fake accounts.
Oh, wait. You know you've made it in life when people start making fake accounts of you. Like there's a fake Twitter account of David. on Twitter now. Like,
I see it.
I
Yeah.
love it though. I love
It's
it.
genius, though. It's
It
genius.
is genius. Kendall gets a lot of fake stuff as well. Your fake news headline was the best I've seen in my life.
What was that about, man? Like, how bored of people? I mean, I know people are jobless in a Panasonic and that, but like,
In a Panasonic?
In a Panasonic.
What?
What in a TV?
but like, you know what I mean? Like, it's actually embarrassing. Like,
Is everybody in Panasonic lost their jobs?
What?
You said in a Panasonic.
Yeah, I know. In the pandemic. I'm sick of
God.
hearing pandemic. I'm sick of hearing pandemic. So it's the Panasonic. It's the panoramic. It's
Right,
well,
okay.
is it anything but a pandemic? I feel
anything
that. I
but
hear
a
that.
pandemic.
Right,
I'm not
boy.
bloody, I'm not
Say
that
something,
slow. I'm surprised someone's going to come in and say, "Oh, Geordie's don't know what they're on about. She's called it a Panasonic."
Kendall, I was just watching and I saw you lot saying about the Willock thing. Listen, I don't rate Willock and I don't believe in Ainsley. I said he should have been sold, but I'm going to speak some truth on the Willock right now. Willock struggled because he's at Arsenal. He's not good enough to play for Arsenal. He's got certain things that I do feel will be good for Newcastle. He's not the best on the ball, but what he does offer is movement off the ball. He's always in good pocket of spaces and he makes those late runs in the box. I do feel he can add an extra goal threat to you lot. Because when I'm watching Newcastle, none of your midfielders are willing to make that run behind the likes of Wilson, Carroll.
Our
And I think that's what
midfield
you'll
is
see.
awful.
But do you
My
think that's down to
question-
Steve Bruce?
Yeah, but there we go.
Say
Well,
that again?
yeah,
Me and Ram on the
it
same
is Steve Bruce.
wavelength.
I mean, we're going to get into a Bruce ball debate. No, we're not. But yes,
No.
it is down to Steve Bruce
'Cause-
because of the way we play.
Because that's what I'm wondering. Like, yes, he may have this. He's great at finding spaces, movement, blah blah. He sounds like Jesse
Down to
Lingard.
Bruce.
He
Down to Bruce,
sounds,
yeah.
But I'm saying, like, if he comes in
But
and makes
yeah,
him into
yeah,
a DM, like,
We've got this 4-3-3 thing going on now. So if that continues and that formation settled in with this new assistant manager, then it might work. I don't know. I said I would back him all the way. Like, I literally will back him until he proves me not to. That's fine.
And-
Even though I've sat and moaned about him literally since 9 o'clock this morning. But I will back him genuinely when he comes. I'll back him all the way. But if he's crap, then I'll
You know what's going to happen though with Willock, right? I think he's going to do some. Do you remember when that Chelsea player? Was it Kennedy?
Kennedy.
When he went to
Newcastle, yeah.
he looked all right. What's going to happen is because nobody plays low block against Newcastle, he's going to get an extra 2-3 yards of space when he's attacking and playing, and he's going to look a lot better than he does at Arsenal. And you're going to get the Arsenal simps like a Garrett that are going to be like, oh my God, he's turned into a baller. Like, I can just see what's going to come.
I can see it as well. I can
Come
see
back
it.
to Arsenal and he's going to be in pre-season and he's going to control the ball. And the gal's going to be like, whoa, did you see that Newcastle? That's I can see it coming. Look at it
I'll stop
coming.
you right there. I'm one of the people out of all the guys that we have. I'm one of the people that said I want to sell Joe Willock. So it's not. So no, seriously, ask Cash. I've said it numerous times.
Are you also one of the guys that
no.
picked him up?
I'm joking with you. On a level of jokes, I don't know if Kendall will be up for doing this for us right now. Might be a bit too much to ask on a live stream. I don't know. But we have a comment here that says, I love a Geordie accent. Could you say these words?
I always get asked to say this. Scooter is another one that I always get asked to say. But I don't say them like Geordies do. But I mean, I can if you want. Roller coaster, pooper scooper, umper lumper, and Kawasaki.
You definitely say it like a Geordie.
You say it like a Geordie. Definitely say it like a Geordie.
You know what I mean? I'm looking around thinking, where's Deck? Do you know what I mean? You said it.
Well, because I've got a big forehead. Thanks. I could have been dead.
Kendall, remember, you could make mini Maguires and companies. You know what I'm saying?
Don't. That gives me nightmares.
You do have a big head, though, don't you? Like, your head is... That is a large cranium you've got, bro.
Thank you.
Well, I said a joke from Midnight Vibes. Terry's just saying how he feels. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
I won't say anything to Terry about hairlines. Let's leave it there.
You've just lost your new show. Anyway, the thing with me is I can take a joke. Like, I'm not like one of these softies that can't do it. It's all meant to be a little bit of fun.
I've got a question for you. It's about Easy Maitland-Niles. Obviously, I
I
made
thought
my.
you were saying our hairlines. I was like, why are you going to Kesh?
Nah, Kesh's hairline is fresh. The trim just needs a touch up, but so does mine. So it's all good in it. Like, I personally believe that his favorite position is his worst position. When I've seen him play midfield, he may have a good game, but I've seen. Wait, what? Have you guys just seen that?
What?
What's that? What?
You have been chosen, KJ. You've been chosen.
You guys in the chat are wild.
Wild.
Wow, I love you guys. You guys are amazing. But yeah, I feel like his best positions and best performances have been as a fullback on either side. Am I just seeing it because I haven't seen him play enough in midfield, or is there something in it?
I think he can play as a midfielder, but not at a top level crowd. Because what you find with Ainsley is very laxy-daisy. He's got low concentration level, and if your concentration level is not at a certain quality, what you'll tend to find is the midfielder losing the ball quite a lot in midfield, and you're going to have the team counter-attacking you quite a lot. But this idea that his prime position is a centre mid, I don't think a lot of people watched him when he was a youth days. He played on the wing quite a lot. So I don't really understand that. For me, I don't even think right back's even in this position. When I look at Ainsley, he just reminds me of a player that comes in and do a specific job. Like, you know, when Sir Alex had O'Shea, you can just he puts him anywhere, just go there and do your job. I feel that's his job, but he hasn't got a specific role. He hasn't got a specific role. So that's why I don't see a future for him at Arsenal.
Do you think that?
Not... Sorry, KJ, go.
I said, do you think that's an issue for players in general when you stop having a specified position and you're like, right, you're a utility man?
It is, but football's got a role for them.
Cash, I thought that's why they kept him. Remember in the summer, I thought that's why they kept him, because he could be utilized in so many positions, that he could be covering so many positions.
I don't think that's the reason. I think the reason why they kept him was the value was a bit short by perhaps say 5 mil. And they thought maybe if we keep him, he plays well, we could go again in the summer and then get a bigger fee for him. That's the only reason I think they kept him.
I think Wolves offered around about
15 mil.
15.
I think.
18 or 15.
Something like that, yeah. And Arsenal valued more.
Around about 20 and a bit.
Yeah.
So.
To be fair, 20 is fair for Maitland-Niles. That's not like an unfair price. But I think, especially with what's going on in the world right now, you will now struggle to get 20 mil for Maitland-Niles.
Yeah, not in this market.
If he's an England at the time, don't forget he was in the England team. The man just came off playing in our team that won the FA Cup. He was touted to do better this season. But you know what? He just hasn't been able to get the game time, and it's kind of sad how things have worked out. Because I remember at the back end of last season, people were saying, "Don't let this guy leave." People were saying, "Don't sell him to Wolves because he's going to be our backup right back, or he'll start at right back and get rid of Bellerin."
The thing about Ainsley is, I don't feel a lot of our fans notice it. I feel he's pretty weak mentally, and from what I've read recently, and yet he had counselling on the Emery, it proves my point. He's not the strongest mentally.
Not to say that if you have counselling, you are a weak-minded person.
No, of course not. Of course not.
But I was about to say, like, maybe one of the. Wait, what? Wow.
That's the new meme. Get that clipped up. TFC out of context.
Speaking, looking after that part of your body, obviously you can get some ball deodorant from our sponsors. You can see it there. It's going to zoom in just a second. There it is, ball deodorant, 20% off on Manscaped. Keep your dolphin's nose fresh, bruv.
Yo, Terry, we got a little. Kendall made a new jingle for you, for your sponsors, on Midnight Vibes last night. She said,
only because your rhyming was atrocious, so I just had to step in.
Hey, listen, I ain't here to be paid to be no rhymer. She said, you've got the lawnmower, the weed whacker, and the plow 2.0 for down below. There you go. You can use that.
I like
straight
that.
from Kendall.
I like that.
You'll copyright that, mate.
Exactly.
Not me. Straight from Kendall, man. Kendall.
You said the whole thing, and then he went, the Cloud 2.0 for down there, and I was like,
I wasn't trying to
why?
write.
Why?
I wasn't trying to write, but yeah, like, do you think that teams looked at AD Maitland-Niles and asked about him, asked around, what is he like on the training? What is he like when things are down? And they probably gave him a negative review in terms of mentality, and they were like, okay, maybe we'll actually pass on him because he's not the kind of player we want at our club.
I don't know, because listen, like, he's shown that he can do a good job as a wing back or a fullback. I'm sure there's a lot of teams that would actually grab him. As I said, Leicester wanted him. It's just a thing where the fee wasn't right, and Arsenal didn't want to give him to someone that they see as a rival. So I think come the summer, you'll probably see Leicester come back for him, or maybe a Wolves. I've said it all season. I said Ainsley will be gone by summer.
Oh, fair enough.
I hear that. Sorry.
Kabak's about to be
Sorry.
I was going to say Kabak's about to be confirmed by Liverpool.
Yeah, well, it's breaking news on Sky, like it's signed, like they've got it in big, so it's done. It's actually happened, but we knew it was bad kept secret. On the Leicester thing, do you look at Leicester as being a team that you've got to catch? That's why you didn't want to feed them, because you're going to make them even harder to catch up with, or do you still think you're like a bigger, better team than them? Because never in the history of football have I ever seen Arsenal turn around and be like, we can't give to Leicester because they're a rival now. Like, does this show your new level, or is it more of a celebration of Leicester's rise?
Listen, it's the same reason why Real Madrid didn't want to give Real Sociedad a player. You don't want to give a player who you're looking at competing at for similar positions.
Real Sociedad, they gave Odegaard him for 2 years.
No, last season.
Not this year. Not this year. This year they didn't want to give it to him.
It wasn't. It was because Real Sociedad didn't want Odegaard back. Their manager said that he didn't want him back on loan.
It wasn't that at all. It wasn't that at all, because 3 weeks ago, Odegaard was assured that he was going back to Real Sociedad. He already had it in his plans. It's only as Arsenal's come in, then they've said, he's told his agent, okay. It was actually his dad. He didn't want to come to Arsenal at the start. It's his dad and his family around him that advised him that the Arsenal deal was better for him, because, let's face it, you've already had, 2 years he spent there? He's done what he's had to do there. You're not getting in the Madrid team for whatever reasons. You going back to Real Sociedad is not going to elevate that chance. So they've looked at it and thought maybe it's better to go to Arsenal, go to a more challenging league and show what you can do. Maybe you can stand another chance next year at Madrid.
Do you think
this whole bigger club thing?
Sorry, guy. Do you think their family was a bit concerned whether Odegaard would actually play, because they got a certain David Silva playing, and apparently he's tearing up for Real Sociedad?
No, because if you look at where he was playing last season, he played a lot in central midfield, played a lot off the right, so there was always going to be a space in that team for him.
Yeah, he played more on the right wing than he played in the midfield last year.
Anyway,
when it comes to a whole big club thing,
When
it comes to a whole big club thing, they have a better team right now than us. Then they've been playing better than us. Doesn't mean they're a bigger club. You can outperform your expectations and perform better than teams that you should be that you shouldn't necessarily be.
I said bigger than you. Didn't say bigger than you, but are they better than you now when it comes to being on the field of play?
They are.
They have been the past couple of years. Last year and this year they've been better than us, but at the same time they're not bigger than us. That's what I'm saying.
No one's saying they are, but over the last 5 years, I would say they've been better than you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they won the league. No, of course, and they finished above us twice.
Ozzy Guna here says, it's peak when Megamind is talking about someone else's forehead. Where's DT when you need him? Listen, bro, that's all good. I can take it. Is that listen? We're gonna have a super chat competition tonight to insult Terry. But we're only going to put up on the screen the insults that you pay for. So if you want to insult me, let's give it a go. I'll share how my thick skin is, and I'll find a really good prize to get. We'll get someone a good webcam or something like that. If I know you guys love your streaming or something along those lines for the best one. I'll pick the best one. And and you can be as offensive as you want. The only thing you leave out is my kids. Anything else is no holds barred to me. You can say what you want because I got some thick skin, bro. But super chat only. Let's get it done.
This is not gonna go well. This is gonna go south.
So you can insult me, but pay me to insult me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make money.
Listen, I would do pretty much. Listen, I'd sell myself for the right amount of money. Do you know what I mean? If some old lady come along and was like, Terry, look, there's 50 grand.
How about an old man?
I see it. How much money we talking? Give me an offer and I'll answer.
50
Like,
pounds.
I don't say no for a reason.
No. The fact that you said how much, that just says the answer that I need to say.
Do you know why I say that? Right? You know why I say that? Because in life, everyone always, you must have done that thing at school where someone says, if I get like how much, if I gave you 10 grand, would you punch that old lady walking past in the face? Like, you know, like these games that kids play, right? Everyone goes, nah, bruv. If you actually smell the cash, people do stuff for money, bruv. Like, end of the day, I don't know how much money it would take me, but if someone said like there's 5 million quid, but there's an old man, you gotta like sort him out, be like, never have to work again, kids secured forever, 5 minutes of like feeling a bit like shameful because I've sold, I'll probably do it, you know.
Oh, Terry, really?
Really?
At least he's honest, because I guarantee you a lot of people.
Listen, what I mean is, what everybody else is going, you're terrible. I'm a multi-millionaire, bruv. I don't care. Like,
people in the chat, if you need someone to sort out an old man in your life for 5 mil,
make sure you've got
Forget about that.
Terry's
You know when they say you jump off a cliff, would you actually risk your life for money?
no, because then I'll be dead, you idiot. Better
No,
spend it.
not like that. Not like that. Like, would you jump off like the pier of like Brighton Pier? And you have to swim back. And you have to swim back.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, again, it depends, right? So again, would I risk my life? It depends. Like, would I do a bungee jump or a skydive? Yes. Would I jump into the ocean amongst rocks and big lumps of wood on the pier with a strong current when I'm not a good swimmer? No, because I'm probably gonna die. And it isn't. But if they said to me 5 million quid, your family's secure forever, try it, I might give it a go. Because my family taking care, like listen, I'm being very flippant and messing around with it, but I do believe when people say stuff like I wouldn't do that, like that money was there in the net, like you could smell it. A lot of people would change their mind about certain things. They wouldn't want it public, but privately, people would be like, all the cameras go, everyone leaves. Man's on the phone like, yeah, can you bring that old man back, please? Because I've thought about it. I know. Everyone goes, no, I wouldn't do that. Right, what we got here? You could land a plane between Terry's eyebrows and his hairline. That's from Ben. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. This one here says, I heard an Uber from your eyebrows to your hairline is like 40 quid.
I like that one.
That's pretty good. I like that. Man, like Terry, I'm taking the 5 mil. Of course I am, bro. Like, everyone's going to lie back. Everyone's like, no, I don't want to look a certain way on TV. It's just a joke. Everyone's a liar. Do you know what I mean?
You know the transfer window is dead, yeah? When we're talking about beating up old people. For money,
it's going to be all over Twitter. Terry from the football terror said he was going to take an old man.
Yeah, beat up an old man.
All over night.
It's all fun and games. They're the best two insults the crowd can come up with. Come on.
People aren't going to dead in case you like block them forever from
Come on.
the football terror.
Literally take the piss out of Terry. Come on, you could do it.
I know all of you want to. I see you guys in the chat hating. You know what I'm saying? Here's your chance.
I could see 5 people in front of me that really want to. Jesus Christ. Hang on, we've got another one here. This one says, real game. Oh, this ain't an insult. All right, someone else can read that one out.
Real gave Llorente to Atletico Madrid, and we gave them Suarez. Now both turned that part of the bus team into a goal machine. Arsenal are not making the same mistake. Oh, fair enough. Talking about giving players to your rivals and making them better.
But see, again, it's that examples are hard about Suarez because
Suarez and Marcos Llorente
and Llorente from Real Madrid.
The problem is that we've seen it's all been exposed now. The financial problems that Barca have got. Do you know what's mad? Right? Everyone can blame whoever they want. Right? Messi has given the club a lot, but he has robbed them so badly. Like the money they're paying him.
No. He didn't rob them. He ain't doing nothing wrong. Them man are just stupid for doing it. Who does that? Who does that?
Bournemouth owners, bruv.
Wait, the owners of Barcelona?
Bruv, the owners are like Bournemouth, bruv. You just finesse them all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's you trying to be cool and be like, oh yeah, we used to finesse Bournemouth with iron, and I know that.
So many times.
This is a hard one. This one's a no from me because this one could lead to death. So, like this one, Brock is a big man still, right? That was no.
Terry, you've got martial arts
I
experience.
swear he died.
No.
No, he's alive.
No, Brock's alive. Maybe
So
he died.
tell me,
in
what-
TV.
What
Who
do you
was
say
the
about
wrestler, the old wrestler guy
Sorry?
that
Was it not
died?
Eddie Guerrero?
What did I say about?
Guerrero.
Oh, nah.
No, I'm not sure. Loads of
Oh,
wrestlers.
you're talking
What I
about.
said about Ali was someone gave an example of, I don't know, a certain player being better than somebody else now.
Jericho.
What was it?
What? No.
Is it
Was
the one
he-
that killed
was he not
his
the one that
killed his
killed his
family?
wife in that?
That was Eddie Guerrero that did that.
No,
No,
Eddie
Christian
Guerrero
Ward.
was
Christian Ward.
Christian Noir. There you go.
Then
Oh, yeah,
what
that dude,
after?
that's when I used to watch wrestling before I realized
This is when you need Lincoln, man.
Yeah.
Where are you, bro?
need Lincoln moderating, bro. Get that mods going, brother. But yeah, I think for me, like the Muhammad Ali thing, someone made an example of like a top level player and compared him to like who's now past his best. I can't remember who it was, to like a current up and coming, saying, "Oh, the current up and coming's better." And I'm like, well, now maybe because one's on the way down. An example I gave is a stupid thing to do because I said right now I can categorically state that I'm a better heavyweight boxer right now than Muhammad Ali is because it's just it's stupid. Because it wouldn't be even before, like he weren't even. I'm literally saying that's how stupid those kind of comparisons are. Jose can park a bus between Terry's eyebrow and his hairline. Thanks, Steve. Thank you, Steve. I'm not going to be horrible to you. You're a nice guy. I'm not
That's
going to
more
be
of
horrible.
an insult to Jose. because
Terry,
how-
would you have a man snap his wood on your head? How much? There's got to be a monetary reward here.
Really?
There's the money.
For a minute, I thought his Avi was fake taxi when I like just looked at his head.
Listen, like I said before, right? There's got to be monetary value to me doing one of these things. There has to be
Jem, you have joined at the right time, son.
What are these questions?
Have you
Yo,
shaped
This is how bad the window is.
Rikishi to bottom. Is it? And they call it stink face you.
Stink
Bottom
face,
face.
yeah.
They changed the name of it. If I be correct, it goes for 5 million quid. Bro, do you know what? Of course I'd let him do that because professional wrestlers let him do that for less money. So, Vince McMahon, it isn't real. If Vince McMahon rang me up, says, it was like, yo, Terry. I was like, yes, Vince. He goes, would you like to come on, fight Rikishi? He's going to win and stink face you 5 million quid. You'd all sound mad not to do that. Do you know what I mean? And by the way,
Does anyone remember when Vince McMahon was meant to be buying Newcastle?
was
In like 2006, yeah, before Mike Ashley bought us.
I am
Vince McMahon
baffed.
was
I've
meant to be
walked
buying
into and we're
Newcastle.
talking about wrestling. What is going on, man?
Yo,
What the
yo,
fuck
yo,
is
This is what the
going
window
on?
has done.
wild
This is what the
mess.
window has done.
A wild
Terry, you
mess.
shaved your hair off. Why are they talking about your head and your foreline? What the fuck's going on? I'm lost. The eyeline.
Because he said I had a big head, and I said I'm not going to talk to Terry about hairlines.
I know you have got a big head though.
Thank you.
It's
Because
true.
all my brains.
What I don't get is
I've heard every time you turn around, it's your birthday.
What I don't get is why Gal and Kesh, why have you sold your best defender, bruv, to fucking Shaka? The only World Cup winner in your team, man. It don't make
Oh,
any sense, bruv. What is wrong with you? Man? Fuck's sake. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, Bert is back, man.
We got another one here from Zach. I heard your forehead covers the same ground as going from New Zealand to Alaska. Can park
Can park it.
4-7 jet.
That last bit was okay. The first one was a little bit.
Yeah, the lead up was not there, but the
Be more
end-
creative, man. I'm pretty sure half of you probably don't like Terry, so you know.
Yeah, come on, you guys are recycling the same kind of joke, like parking a bus, parking a jet, parking a plane. Like, come on, people, you're better than this. You got
Terry is a budget Del Boy. I mean, I'll take that as a bit of a compliment, really. Del Boy is one of my heroes.
Wait, Terry, bring that back up. Look what the name of
I know. Annual
What the hell is going on there?
I'm worried for this. Like, I really am.
Have you guys all seen Cobra Kai?
Yeah.
No.
Samuel could be one of the Cobra Kai kids. You know, they're all a little bit geeky, neaky.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
none of them. I've seen them
Samuel
fight.
was on Midnight Vibes last night. Telling everyone that he shaves his down
Nether
there
regions.
with a knife.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you weren't there for that, Terry. Yeah, so we was promoting Manscaped, and man was like, "Oh yeah, I don't need Manscaped. I use a knife." I'm like,
What?
Yeah, but when you've got like 4 little bits of fluff to flick away, and I can probably speaking of Manscaped, here it is. This is the bad boy. This is the bits of listen.
Oh, bit ASMR going on there.
This is how you get the dolphin's beak. This is how you keep it fresh, clean, and breadcrumb free. This bad boy. Go onto the Manscaped website now. Get it ordered. Get it done. 20% off with promo code TFT. And then afterwards, just so there's no sores, you get no redness, no little spots, icky. Use a little bit of ball toner. You don't want any of them yellow heads coming. You got to pop the ingrowing hair. None of that. Use the ball bag toner around your nipple regions. Use this, and you'll be fresh. You'll be smooth. It'll be. You ever see? Remember the fairy washing up liquid advert where they squeak the plate at the end? That's what it'll be like. Your balls all squeak. It'll be great. What we saying here, Igal? Would you make out with Wenger for a Champions League title?
Yeah, you would.
Igal would. He would.
I wonder
Igal would do more than that.
I wonder if Prime would make out with Jose to come back to Chelsea. Not even winning
Prime
anything.
would just make out with Jose anyway, regardless of anything.
I did say to Prime in the group chat today, I was like, by the way, Prime, today back to normal. You're getting ripped, bruv. Like we got to get back to normal now. We need reality to settle back.
It's getting ruined.
I've got one here that says, would you cut off your, I think you meant Todger for 5 million? No, I would draw the line at that, because what's the point of being a millionaire if I'm not allowed to use me Todger? Do you know what I mean?
You might get like a reconstruction or something.
No, it won't work. You don't have no
Man Summers. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, love, I've got to use this instead.
Kabak's official, and so is Mustafi to Schalke.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, Mustafi and Kolasinac to Schalke is like a match made in heaven. I don't know why. It just feels like that.
There he is.
What is this shit? I just tune in. You ask some wrestling questions. Some people send a speech about cutting their dick off. Like, what is going on?
Maybe this should have to be like a weekly thing, like or not a weekly thing, deadline day thing, like where we just talk everything.
We've got some very good super chats here. Sorry, first one is Terry, your hairline gets home 15 minutes after you do. Right, that's pretty good. Shout out to all you, by the way. This one is very good. Terry's forehead is longer than Joe Linton's goal drought. That's a good one. I like that.
Ed Maron, yeah, you're winning. Yeah.
Sorry, can we'll just take the tone down a little bit, because people don't want me to have the Joe Linton Martial discussion.
That's true.
Oh, but to be fair, Kendall, Martial's goal drought was still shorter than Joe Linton's, so like it's still peak. You know what I'm saying? It's still peak.
You can't compare those. Come on, you can't be doing
that.
Bring
the stats up, please. In 16 appearances, bring them up.
This
season.
We are not disrespecting Anthony Martial like that.
He's dead.
Is that a bad? No, I'm not doing it. We know he's had a bad season, but we're not putting him down Joe Linton's.
You know who's having a bad season as a footballer? Lincoln, fam. Lincoln can't finish his dinner to save his life. We're out here on pro clubs, yeah? And he was just
hey, allow me, fam. My head's still hurting from that search. So I'll take a lie down after that.
KJ, Chez is finishing. Criminal, bro.
Super chat, guys.
You know what's so mad about that super chat? That is true.
It's true. I can see Terry just being in the girls' like, you're just like, hey, babes. Rashford has 8%.
Oh, he does it. No, he does it in his sleep, bro. While he's lying next to it, he's just like 8% conversion rate.
No. He's all the way round.
I don't sleep. I'm just up all night engrossed in this. I wouldn't be surprised the kind of thing I start just randomly talking about something to do with football. What's this one here? Terry's forehead would make him score more offside goals than Morata. Sorry, Jude. Thank you for the chat, bro. But that is
it's Morata, man.
But Terry whispering the Rashford thing is actually the way around. He tells the girl, say the magic phrase, and then boom, Terry's happy. You know what I'm saying?
As I come, I just go, Rashi!
Where did this competition go?
Rashi!
Alright.
I might just do that for a laugh, you know.
Yeah, Tariq is on my case today.
Reaction is.
Yo, Fabrizio, tweet something, bro. What the hell are you doing on your...
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
You know how mad it would be. I know he doesn't even know who we are. Wouldn't it be funny if he just tweeted the words now, Rashi? That made me pissed. That'd be funny. God, they are watching. Egal, would you lie?
Who says no? Who says that? What year was it? 2004.
No, I think that shows the age of some of these super chats.
The guy with tongue in.
So, we've got young Samuel that wants to come on now. Young Samuel and his butter knife. How you doing, mate?
All right, guys. Do you notice the little bit of something's going on?
It's his
hairs.
It's his four hairs.
The little baby
come on now,
stuff,
Samuel.
innit?
I see you, bro. Puberty treating you well right now. You know what I'm saying? When is it
That's
finished?
his pubes stuck on his chin. Don't lie.
Oh, you really want to
That's
go
a
there?
lot,
bro?
No,
You really want to go there?
literally.
Oh wow! Wait, breaking news: Joel Matip will miss the remainder of the season.
Really?
Is that a surprise?
The greatest.
He's lucky that they went to Audi and shot for the.
So guys, do we also need a vigil for not only Virgil van Dijk but also Joel Matip?
I'll be happily.
There we go. There you go. Joel Matip, RIP.
I should just pray to these lot over here.
Oh my God, is there a Gal one?
Please,
The Gal account.
But yeah, there's all these accounts.
Yeah, it's the same person, isn't it? You literally look like Bert from Sesame Street, or is it the Muppets? Is it Sesame Street? You've got the Bert thing going on, bro.
If you want to have a perm, yeah, like, come on, stop dissing it. You want a perm, don't lie. Bit of curls. I know. I can see Terry growing that hair again. Going for the little flick back there. What's going on?
I'm only sending grand because I can't get it cut. Like, it's a shame, really. Yeah, there's nothing going on in football. You see, all these presenters stand. One guy's outside Stamford Bridge. It's like, what are you doing outside Stamford Bridge?
Why?
I know.
Why?
Do you remember
You're gonna get Haaland.
Do you remember when every transfer window deadline day, some shenanigans would happen with a certain object? And I had to ban fans from
It was
going and
always
waiting.
the same guy, and it was always outside of like West Brom or Aston Villa.
Yeah, I remember. You know what? There was the Norwich one at Norwich a couple of years ago, where the guy just went behind another lad, and then they just started pummeling each other.
What are you talking about? What am I missing here?
Wait, don't you watch Transfer Deadline there?
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yo, look, there we go. We got Gem in Indiana. Actually, that's right. Gem and Ram. That looks like you know what I mean?
No. How does that look like?
He's a good-looking bastard, isn't he? Look at that.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm not orange.
You're close enough, bro.
What did you?
Actually, wait, you are. Remember when you're light?
Gem's not yellow.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean, bro?
Remember when your light made you look like you was orange? Don't act like that weren't true, but we remember, bro.
I still didn't look orange though. That's the thing.
Bro, you know what? It's a joke. It's not like, I'm not saying skin like you had like bright orange skin and yellow skin. It's more like the hair, the sort of short, the sort of look. Do you know what I mean? That's
the hair, not even the hair, mate.
Like, does that look like kind of like I can imagine you looking like that? You know what I mean? That's what it is.
Basically calling me like a hunchback or something.
Calling him a sumo. Stop being out of order, man. That's not
Yo,
nice.
have you ever seen? Wait. Have you ever seen Ram stand up?
Leave him alone. Leave him alone, KJ, man.
We have actually.
You know why? Because I think what it is. Like,
no, go on, KJ. Seeing as you started it, I might as well finish it. You know.
No, I think you already are. Like, I ask you to stand up, you'd be like, I am. Like.
I'm not a midget. nothing wrong with midgets. Yeah? There's nothing wrong with
Don't
them.
say that. Don't say that.
I'm happy.
I'm gonna think the guy on
5'10".
deadline day standing outside of Stamford Bridge. He's just gone.
Yeah.
He's
Look,
just
I
like,
get it. Yeah, Tamil people are known to be very, very short. Yeah, but I'm at the extreme end. I am
Got 5'9",
very, very
the extreme end.
No, that's
Yeah,
4'9".
no one's
That is-
talking about
that is
Tamil
extreme
people.
for a Tamil
I'm just talking
person.
about you, bruv. Like, it's just you.
For you
Where
guys,
is this
yeah,
going?
it might be short, yeah, but I think I am a very tall.
How tall are you, Ram?
5'10".
Yeah, but see, that's like average in the UK, where he's from. They call him the BFG, bruv. Like it's. I watched the show the other day. I can't remember what channel it was. I didn't realize the Dutch are the tallest people in the world on average.
Yeah.
The
Really?
average
That don't
man
surprise
there,
me.
the average man's
stop,
about 6 foot back.
Oi, stop it. Stop it.
it's not insane, right?
neck.
Like, it's
My
maybe
neck.
That is true, though. I agree with that, man. That's a good comment. Like,
What do you mean?
You don't have much of a neck gram. You know what I mean?
that's a fact, bro.
Oi, there's times where you just look like a floating head. There's times where
It's true.
Oi, listen, everyone in the chat, don't worry about it. We're going round. Everyone can get the smoke. Anyone can get it. Like, we're going round. Everyone will get their
First it was
time.
Kendall, then it was Terry. Now it's me.
And Samuel got it when he came on. Don't worry about it. This is how dead the transfer window has been. People.
Just make it a Q&A session. Just make it a
I
Q&A.
like
I feel like it's a tradition now. Like, it's got to be a tradition every deadline day. This has just got to happen.
Yeah, I swear, your last deadline day, we did the same thing. And guess what? The same thing happened. Like, it just descended into madness because the deadline window is a fraudulence. It's a fraud. It's actual fraudulence. They
The
gas it
January
up
one's
to be
awful,
sitting.
man.
Nothing happens, man. Screw transfer deadline day.
Oh God, you didn't
Yeah,
have to be
it's
red
just
now.
turned into a comedy club here, isn't it?
Do you see that? Do you see that? Do you see that thing that came out from BBC Sport about Pete's a group of people voted Bruno Fernandes as the best January transfer signing of all time?
Yeah, but
Over
it's not that hard to do because the vast majority haven't really worked out or
Oh,
hit the
man,
ground.
Fernando Torres.
Even with Patrice Evra and like Vidic, it took them a good 12 months to start performing. As Luis Suarez took a little bit of time. Bruno's one of the only ones I can remember who's made the move, and it's been like, wait, who?
Aubameyang came in. He was firing right away. Obviously not on the same level.
Good, but yeah, Aubameyang's a really good example of one of the best, no doubt about it. I think Bruno's impact was just
Van Dijk. I'm sorry, Van Dijk's wins. It just does.
Yeah,
Oh no,
Van
Van
Dijk,
Dijk. You know what?
Yeah.
People forget Van Dijk.
Van Dijk's got to be up there as well, no doubt. Question here. Hang on a minute. We've got someone here that says, I'm a 6 foot tall Tamil person here. Ram, you're not the tallest. Look at that straight away.
I said I was at the extreme end.
Bro,
You're clearly not extreme when he's clearly
So he's the outlier then.
got a question for you all here. AJ or Fury?
Fury.
Let's ask him. Kendall.
I knew KJ was going to do that. I knew
Kendall,
that little straight was coming. I knew.
Hang on.
Listen, Kendall, AJ or Fury?
I can imagine Kendall has got. How many posters you got of AJ?
Yeah, I was thinking.
None. I have got Callum Wilson here though.
You like watching boxing or just watching AJ?
No, I just like watching AJ. I feel sorry for them. I feel like I shut my eyes when they get hit in that.
You feel sorry for them. You feel sorry for multi-millionaires having a little punch up.
Do you know what I mean?
Come on.
I know.
Oh, Terry,
It was since that man died. Like I just feel sorry for them.
Yeah.
Oh, Terry, that's a question. For $5 million, would you let AJ and Fury one bomb you at the same time? Just like straight.
What, hit me in the head?
Yeah, both sides, bro.
Absolutely not. It isn't just the power that boxers have. It's the density and the toughness of the bone. They would literally put a hole in my face. People don't realize that about that level of boxing. If Anthony Joshua was to actually hit a normal human being in the face, his hand would go through their skull. That's the power. No, I wouldn't do that. Not for $5 million. 6 maybe, but not for 5.
Sky Sports News just said Joe Willock might not be happening because Newcastle are furious with the silence from the camp, Joe Willock's camp.
That's because you don't want to go and play for Newcastle. You know what it is? Joe Willock's watching this stream and he's like, they haven't got electric up there. What am I going to do? You know what I mean?
He wants to go to.
And he's really thinking, hang on a minute, have they all got big heads like Kendall? I don't want to live up there with those weirdos.
It's just because I've got a really, really round head. It's not necessarily
It is
big.
like it's not even round.
It's abnormal.
It's a sphere. It's proper round.
It's not round, it's like a sphere, so that's round.
I know, but everything's round. But yours is like proper, like symmetrical. It is like a.
Maybe I'll
one of
have to
those
get a fringe.
Well,
Like,
definitely.
What he's saying, like a watermelon. That's what he's saying. Watermelon.
I'm gonna. Oh, I do call myself Melonhead. That's like my whole family's name for us. Maybe I'll just have to get a fringe.
You look like what's the name from the Camp Twins.
Look what you've done to the woman, man. Blimey now, self-conscious now. Look, blimey now.
Yeah, but
I don't care. As I've said, it's because I'm brainy.
Brady, yeah.
You're brainy. Yeah. And during this Panasonic, you've proven that, haven't you?
I know. It's because when I get evacuated out of planes and I'm at work, I float, so it's all right. It's fine.
Oh yeah.
Evacuate out of planes. I forget you're an aerostess.
Yeah.
Nice. AJ has. Oh no, AJ has a Kendall poster more like.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nice.
Oh, thank you, Aussie Guna.
Saguna.
AJ looks like he bites people. That's a weird one.
He's a vampire. He is.
Listen. I get it because my teeth are a bit mad. I will admit, my teeth are bad. Like,
hang on, another
Saying
one.
you look like Goofy, mate.
He bites people.
Don't read the name, by the way.
Yeah. One here.
This is girl's hairline.
It goes there, like, ain't it? Listen, bruv, listen. Some of you man laughing when you scream at a gal. A gal's married to a lovely young lady. Some of you ain't gonna get that, bruv. Do you know what I mean?
A gal's got an alien head, man. That's what.
There you go.
Where that
It's coming from Bert himself.
I've never laughed so much. The first stream I was ever on, someone commented on it saying iced gem, and I've literally never laughed so much.
Do you know what? My mates
It
used to call me
took
that at school as well.
ages to
I
click
got
on,
called
and
that
was
for
like,
ages.
I do feel like tonight though we've just ripped off like midnight vibes. We're just vibing. We're just
vibing.
Copyright.
Catching the
Oh,
vibe.
hey, so Terry, can I get the revenue for the show too? Because it's my show right now. You know what I'm saying? Let me just do this. Let me just do. Okay, there we go. Right.
Hey, look at that! I got moved out my seat, bruv. I forget my controls and powers. You know. Hang on, what we saying here? Young Samuel looks like a billy goat.
Oi, man, like a one for part vibes FC. I see you, my brother. Come on now.
A one that is Defense League.
Yeah, he's the EDL. He is the EDL.
EDL, you mean?
Yeah.
The DDL, you mean?
Oh wait, no.
EDL.
BPL, EDL.
Hey, girl, I just found something for you. This popped up on my Twitter right now. A girl simp account.
Man.
Hang on a minute. You made the gal put his hat on, bruv. Man, put his hat on.
I had it on the whole time.
I got self-conscious about his hairline, bro.
You look like that meme, you know, where they put the glasses on, like the cartoon glasses and the spliff hanging out.
Oh, you mean?
Oh yeah.
The thug life.
Oh my god, they invited it on LinkedIn. Oh my god.
Terry's hairline was staying top of the league.
I'm just gonna get ready.
What does this mean here?
This one's funny. That's funny.
Get it up.
I'll get it up.
After you fix the super chat, yeah, but I don't see that from.
Nah, I see you, Wait, what was his name? Duncan or something? What was his name?
Hey, no, I don't see it.
He does.
That's a bio.
He does look like him.
So funny.
That's
Sorry,
funny.
that's killed me.
Thank you, Rodrigo. Thank you for that. I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you very much.
This is more like
someone
Justin
said my
Bieber, that
head.
hair. What's all that?
I'll take
Terry, you should test your karate skills in a matchup against Anne Marie. Well, I mean, I'm not going to fight. Imagine that. Yeah, I'll go viral there when I beat a woman up. Do you know what I mean? That'd be perfect. Yeah, great. Also hurt to see KJ and Prime crying because of that. Yeah, listen, 110%.
We still here. We still out here vibing.
Yeah,
we've dealt with it and we move forward in it.
Super chat with nothing on it, but thank you. It says KJ Midnight Vibes best. Off.
It's right. He knows, but man, like I want for my brother, fam.
You know what? I love hearing that kind of feedback because on a real level, the idea of having these shows hosted by different people, different voices, different vibes, you know, it's great. Like the man of like, it was unfortunate for Bits and Bobs last night. His show's done good, like 10,000 views for his debut, but obviously he went live. We're now doing the dual streams, but like Spurs losing didn't help because that show was really big for us last night. But like. I love it when people come to me and say, "Oh, their favorite show is X," and it's one I'm not on because that's the point of doing it is to get different audience in, different views.
Stop lying! You go and cry about Rashi and then.
Terry. Someone in the comments says Lincoln looks like Chig.
Chig.
No. I'm not having it. I'm not having that.
Don't diss my guy. Don't diss my guy.
I'm not having that. Lincoln,
let's not go there. Man. Let's not go there.
One of them from the.
I've actually got a pair of shorts on. Like,
wait, what? What are you telling us?
Talking about?
I need to know about your shorts, bro.
Yeah, Lincoln.
Because Chick didn't have any on.
Do you know what? I know Lee that whole thing makes me die. You know what I love about it? I love
the best is Lee's face. He just
video that he's potentially.
It's one of them things where it looks like he obviously was doing it, but he wasn't. But it's brilliant. Do you know what I mean? And it's like I love how he owned it though as well. It's just like people are like, no, he definitely was. I'm like, he really, really wasn't. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like they ended the stream and he was like, oh, thank God that's over. And then it's like sort of randomly sat there, got his phone up, got the lotion, chilled. Can you imagine if someone ever did that? Like, it's crazy. When I'm streaming, do you know what I do? I put all the cats on my cameras and then I cover them with sheets just in case. Something. Not that I do anything like that in my office, by the way. Like, I don't like the idea of people seeing me. I don't like the idea of it. I don't do it in my office anyway.
Yeah, FBI agent.
Exactly. Someone's spying on me.
People are rude.
Oh dear.
Everyone's holding corners.
This is turning into
That's funny. That's funny.
This is just turning into us getting abused.
How come no one has said anything about Kesh? Why can't any?
You know what?
No, did it?
No,
He sits so
wait.
quiet.
Wait.
He sits so quiet.
Kesh is that guy, isn't it? Like you know that Kesh is gonna roll up to your yard and spark you, fam. That's what it is. You know what I mean? Like they don't want to mess with the Kesh. Like we all know what Kesh is on. I see him post his videos of himself on Twitter for like the man them to know that he's about it and the ladies to know that he's around and that. I remember he posted one. Yeah, he was like, "Oh, I missed my trim," and just him just walking, just like
Posing. Yeah, posing.
you know what I'm saying? Like I know what you're on, Kesh. Don't worry about it.
Back views.
But yeah, there's that question for us, Terry, about about United not getting top four.
I mean, I'll probably do a rant. I'll probably be Ollie out again, and all that jazz. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I'll be annoyed. I'll be upset, and that's it, really. I suppose.
Yeah, I would be.
Consider going.
KJ just be vibes.
The old man.
Imagine.
Maybe
that could be representing us in Europe next season. Like, fam, we could have like Arsenal Villa in Europa League.
You're
and
just
like,
frozen, bro.
Let's have in the Champions League or something.
Yeah, let me ask you this. What's with this culture of ranting after every loss? You literally cannot be angry after every single loss.
What? Like, draws and losses is when I see Ollie out trending for some reason. Like
no, but like it's over dramatic. You can't be mad. You guys are over
like
TV. Manchester United fans can't just be completely angry. You lose against Sheffield United. I'm pissed. Like I get you're mad, but like you don't have to go crazy.
Look, I agree with you in the sense that I don't think you can rant every single week or at the moment twice a week when your team plays. I think it becomes a little bit kind of definitely becomes contrived in that way. Like actually ranting and shouting, and there's different sort of levels to it. It's the same as winning. The way I celebrate after we beat Liverpool in the FA Cup, I already know in myself I'm probably not going to feel like that for weeks and weeks. It'll take something else special to get another celebration like that. There we go. What we saying here?
Rodrigo, we ain't falling for it, but my brother, we ain't falling for it. Terry might though, because you know
No,
what
I'm dyslexic, but I ain't that. Do you know what helps me being dyslexic? I have to read everything so carefully anyway. So yeah, but I'll pull it up, but we're not going to read out the name of that person. Good try though. Good try. We've got about Kesh, but then he looks like he catches Pokemon for a living. Did you see that statement by the police a few weeks ago saying, like, we know that you're allowed to go out and exercise, but that run and whatever, but that doesn't extend to grown men going out hunting Pokemon on their phone.
Yeah, Pokemon Go.
Remember that was a thing? Like, does anyone remember, like, people literally walking around with their phones?
Idiot.
Like,
You know what, when I think about grown men doing that, out of the football terrorist community, I can imagine both Lincoln and Prime doing that.
I don't hate Pokemon. It's just not my thing, isn't it?
You see the backtracking. I don't hate it, but
there was people who used to drive and catch Pokemon. I remember that.
Yeah.
Driving around, getting into car accidents, trying to catch
people walking on highways.
I was at summer camp when that was a big thing in Canada, and literally there was I think a Dragonite. If you know what Pokemon is, there's a Dragonite that popped up. Half the camp, I kid you not, I see so many kids run out from their cabins, run out from their where they're staying, run to this one spot, and see kids just there, just doing that, flicking, and we're just literally the counselors, the staff members, just looking around, it's like, what the hell's going on here? Get back to bed. You know what I'm saying?
Remember in New York, they dropped it in the middle of like a Central Park or something. The whole Central Park was running. All you seen was people going like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah,
it was so crazy.
I just I see that sort of stuff, and I just look at them. I just think wankers. That's the first thing I think that comes to my head. Is just what. Like, for me, I get playing computer games at home in your house, but like that kind of thing, because it ain't real.
It did its job though. So Nintendo made that version of Pokemon to actually get kids to go outside.
No, I suppose you know what, and you know what, kids doing it. No, they're not the ones I'm calling the knobheads. Or like 40-year-old. Oh, I'm out. I remember I went back to Canvey Island for a barbecue, and I stayed overnight there with some old friends, and we went to the shop because we ran out of drink and get some more food. We were walking there. And we saw some geezer like out there walking on his thing, right? And we knew what he was doing. But like, what are you doing, mate? Wandering around this little kind of cul-de-sac. He was, I'm out hunting some Pokemon. I'm Pikachu's near here, but I can't quite find him. And I just thought, man, it's 40, bro. He's looking for Pikachu in the dark.
Hey, man, let him relive his childhood.
Let him live.
I'll let him live, but nah, bro, that's a madness. No replacement for Ainsley Maitland-Niles, who is going to play left back if, for example, Tierney and Cedric get injured at the same time. I don't know.
I don't understand that. I don't even know why he's out learning in the first place.
They've promoted. I see what's the name training today. Joel Lopez, that came from Barca. He's been in the academy for quite a while.
Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, you could say about anyone. Can you mean? Imagine like who's going to play in the attacking sort of midfield roles if everyone gets injured now that Minamino's gone? It's just, it can happen. You can't have it. You have to thin your squad down. It creates problems in the dressing room. But if not, how many minutes? 16 minutes left of the stream. People get some. Everyone's gone off the insults now. Terry didn't rage on FIFA. Yes, I did. But what's your point?
You know who also was raging? You know what's funny? Yeah, I've seen you when you play FIFA with your friends, especially pro clubs. You get to see what kind of person you are when they get frustrated. Lincoln was frustrated and upset. Is a man baby. He's a man baby. Like, trust me, fam. You know what I'm saying?
You get pissed whenever people in real life that pass the ball to you when you're actually in space. So when you do it on pro clubs, it's like 1,000 times worse.
Oh my God, literally, Lincoln. The play will be on the left hand side. All the play will be left hand side. You see Lincoln, pass me the ball. He's off the pitch on the right hand side, not even on the pitch, fam. You know what I'm saying? Man's
Lincoln,
off the
would
pitch.
you have made the pass? Did you watch the Leeds game? Would you have made that pass if you were Bamford?
Nah, Lincoln
wouldn't. 2-1 not, but then yeah.
You're lying, bro.
Lying, bro.
Don't shoot. Bamford's goal yesterday, that was so, like when he. It was very, very good. You know what I mean? It was out of this world. Just talking football for a minute. Back to some seriousness. And I kind of forgot until about 2 hours ago. I looked. Man United play Southampton tomorrow night. What you all thinking and feeling about that game? United going to bounce back, or do you think it could be more drop points for Ollie's men?
Well, the thing is, right, Southampton's got a good record at Old Trafford. They've got a really decent record. I can see them getting a draw. It'll be a tough game, but I actually do think that
that will get the W, to be honest.
Nah, the Ollie Judge will come through 1-0 United.
It depends if their players are back. Because last time I checked, I thought Vestergaard was out, and they had a bunch of their players out.
Vestergaard is back.
Can I answer it? Do you guys feel Greenwood will get at least a few games up front this season?
No, not this season. No, I think they're waiting for him to develop physically. Put muscle mass on, and then he will move into the striker position because of what Ollie wants from his strikers. So for now, he will be out there on the wing until I think not even next season. I think maybe the season after that we'll start to see him playing in that forward role because he should be around 21 around then, and he'll be like, all right, cool, 21-year-old. Not everyone could be Haaland, who's built like a man, like he's built like a man at the age that he is, and it's unfair. But yeah, Greenwood's time is coming. He'll get his time. He just has to be patient and just work hard to bulk up and get a bit more strength.
Do you think Rashford as striker is never going to happen, or is just he's just going to continue to be?
We've seen it now. We've seen it.
Yeah, Rashford is one of those players where in a game he can go into those areas for moments of time. He can cover it for a period of time, but he is just left side of that attack is his best. You know, a lot of people look. Listen, Gareth Bale and Cristiano Ronaldo's got to levels well above where Rashford is right now. But even then, and they could play 2 or 3 positions, they were still better at one. And for me right now, what I want to see Rashford do, I want to see him master that left-hand side of the attack. And that's why it's so important that Diallo turns out to be the player we hope, and we sign someone on that right-hand side, because I just want to see, I want to just see less square pegs in round holes in relation to that. But in terms of Man United tomorrow night, I've got a feeling this is going to be a really pivotal week in the title race, where I think Liverpool are going to win midweek and then beat City. So therefore, City are going to win midweek and they'll lose on Sunday. I actually think United are going to shock some people and win both the next games. And then Leicester are also going to win the next 2 games. And we're going to have a situation where the top 4 are on 45, 46, 47 points respectively. And it's going to be a madness. I don't know why. I just sort of look at it and I'm thinking, I think it's going to be so tight this year. I feel every time a team looks like they might start running away, there's going to be a result or two that drags everybody back in. And I hope so. Like, obviously, I want Man United to win it and run away with it, but we know that's not going to happen. If I take off my Man United hat, I would love to see like a 3-4 horse race, it chopping and changing all the time and whatnot. But yeah, it's going to be a mad week of football. United, Southampton tomorrow. You've got Wolves versus Arsenal. There's Chelsea, Tottenham, which we're going to preview. Probably tomorrow we're going to preview that game. We've just got to try and get the schedule sorted. We've also got, and then Sunday, City versus Tottenham. It's a Liverpool. It's a madness, bro. What a week we've got. Igal looks like Jean Matip. I'm not reading the second part out. Come on, bro.
Nah, man.
Come on, bro. I didn't read. I was about to read it, and then I'm not. Come on.
Oh, come on. Edu, in breaking news for Man United, though, Josh King is going to Everton, so it's not going to happen. We can now scratch that saga off Man United and stop getting linked to him. Just
he's on a permanent or loan?
Permanent deal. So I'm guessing it's like 6-month or 18-month deal.
Yeah.
1 sec. Super chat. Terry's hairline is so real, like Gareth Bale, like from so it's not improving. He's going to I like that one, man. Like Kenny, big up you. Smash the like button. Also use Manscaped 20% off TFT discount code. Go use that. Was it Dolphins beak?
Dolphins beak, mate. Smooth.
Yo, Terry, remember earlier when we were mentioning Kennedy went to Newcastle? Remember he was linked to Barcelona? No, not Barcelona. Bayern Munich. When he was at Newcastle, when he was on loan at Newcastle, he was linked to Bayern.
I think that's one of them links where his agent did that to try and make like a lot. You got to remember a lot of these links as well. And again, I know you love falling for him. You're one of my favorites, but a lot of these links are created by the agents themselves to get like interest elsewhere. Every now and then you get a shocker like Chipping Moting going to Bayern. That was a weird one for me. That was a mad one. Ram looks like an unlocked character from Mortal Kombat.
I always love that locked character joke from Mortal Kombat. I don't care who it is. It always just makes me laugh because it's hilarious.
I didn't know it was a joke. I'm just so old. I am so old. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, people keep saying.
I swear you're old enough to have Mortal Kombat.
She starts laughing. Like, yeah. I am old. I'm very old.
No, but you're old enough to watch that Mortal Kombat movie, no?
I watched the Mortal Kombat movie when it came out, bruv. I went to cinema to see that.
Yeah, this is how dead the window is. You think this is going to be the norm? It's going to go
No.
back to this January's being dead.
No, not forever.
Not forever.
Once fans are back. I also think the biggest thing is as well, the football's so condensed at the minute. There's so much game time. There's no time to train anyone. That's the crazy thing about it. It's a madness,
Sorry,
right?
one thing I want to say, like, you see how there's financial difficulties in the French league. Do you feel this summer the English teams are gonna take advantage of that?
They should try to. Whether I don't know. It really depends. I think what's happening with us as a nation by then will really let us know if that makes sense. In terms, there's a few things financially that are going to be important. One, are we close to having fans back? You know, as the vaccinations works and clubs can really start to plan, knowing they're going to get supporters back in properly next year. Equally, you've also got stuff to do with Brexit and exchange rates. Still, right now, you lose a lot of money converting pounds into euros. So even though the players are cheaper by their standards, you're losing on conversion. So there's two areas that really need to be addressed. But they definitely should be looking at it. And I think it's one of the reasons why Liverpool are legitimately looking at Kylian Mbappe, because they think the British clubs think they're able to turn around and now offer more money. The only problem you might have is some players might stick for a year or two, hoping that money everywhere else rises. So because what will happen is the English clubs will also be prudent with their finances. They won't turn around and offer as much money in salary because they know that the players can't get it elsewhere. So someone's got 2 to 3 years left on a 30 grand a year deal, and Liverpool offer them 100,000. And they're like, yeah, but when the money comes back, I could get 200K. They may wait off. So I think there's a few factors. But they should. But having said that, we all thought this summer the Premier League clubs would try and take advantage, and it still didn't really get going. But yeah, I think it really depends massively on fans coming back, because when we know they're coming back into the grounds, for Man United as an example, that's an extra £4 million of income a month. For Liverpool, it's 3.5 million a month. I think that's going to play a huge factor. But they should, because there's some serious talent over there, especially at teams like PSG. Barca are in absolute dire straits. Bayern can't buy everybody. You know what I mean? No one really wants to go and play in Italy, really. Like, it's not a club where people are like, oh, I want to go be there. So we should be taking advantage, but we'll see. Probably, you know, we're Arsenal and Man United fans. It won't be us. We won't take advantage of it. You know what I mean?
With our boards, them man would be like, nah, forget that, man. That's too much. What, 5 million? Yes. You're like, oh, screw you guys.
Exactly. Dan James's cousin's available for £6 million quid. Do that. Let's go and get Longstaff or some mug from Newcastle. Do you know what I mean? Let's go and do something like that.
The fact that the fact it was linked to Longstaff in that summer, I was at, oh my days. I'm sorry because they would have. Listen, those pagans don't know what they're doing, so they would have done it. They would have done it. I know they would. Listen. Someone asked me what would I do if we didn't get top 4. The resistance would be out in force, and you wouldn't hear the end of it. Screw them pagans, fam, and Woodward's a wallet and the beanhead. Never forget that.
Absolutely. You were going to say something, Gal?
Yeah, I wanted you to hear Kesh's point on the Jack Grealish thing, because I feel like he's similar to me. He thinks it's possible, and I wanted to hear his point. Kesh, what do you think about the whole Jack Grealish thing? Do you think it's possible?
I don't think it's possible, because I feel like United.
Finish your point. Yeah, you're doing it right now.
Yes, Kesh, come on.
I'm not saying he wouldn't come Arsenal, because I feel a lot of rival fans feel like he wouldn't. But if Man United's in for him and they're going to be in Champions League, of course he's going to choose Man United. Why would he not? But in a sense where if come summer, no big team in the Premier League is going after him, I do feel he would look at Arsenal as an option if Arsenal was serious with it and go in with a serious bid.
Yeah, I mean,
I just love the fact. Kesh agrees with me.
That's exactly what I said. I basically said, this is the whole argument with me and a gal the other day was, if no one else is going for him and he wants to leave and Arsenal come in, yes. But I was like, if my vote was, if all being equal, if Man United and Man City were both going for him proper, offering the money, I mean, he ain't picking you. Igal was trying to make argument for it, and I'm like, I just don't think he would. And it's not even a. Kendall has that mother's death stare. It's very true. Very true.
Well, she is a mother as well, so she's practiced a lot. Like, that is true.
Respect Italy, Terry. Listen, I respect the country, bro. I'm just saying that, like, on the league, bro. Like, listen, like, when I talk here, I'm talking football. Italy's one of my favorite countries. Rome's great. I love a good pizza. It's all good. It's all good. It's nothing about the country. Terry, what's the bus it challenge? You know what that is?
Oh no!
Someone said Ram.
Don't read it.
Someone said Ram looks like
Terry's
you're doing the
pretending
silhouette
he doesn't
challenge.
know what the busset challenge is.
I
Yes,
swear to you.
You know why? You know why he knows what it is? He's got all of them saved on Twitter. We act like we know what you're doing, Terry. Man's got his whole Busset challenge list.
Bro, I might have seen it, but I don't know the names of things. I'm old, bro. I'm one of them people now that when I see that these young singers, I remember the first time I saw Billie Eilish on TV, I was like, don't know. Then I heard the song, and I'm like, that one. I'm old. What is it? Is it someone? I don't know what it is.
Yeah, so a song comes on, women are standing there, unprepared, just looking like normal.
They slut drop. They got different clothes on.
Yeah, and they're shaking their batty. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I've seen that. I call it the slut drop challenge because that's slut drop.
Slut drop challenge.
famous by Geordie Shaw of all places.
Yo, Ram, do you know what a batty is?
Oh, don't do that. Come on.
No, Ram. So I don't know if Kesh was on the show at this point regularly. I don't know if he was. Kendall weren't involved with TFT back then. Back in the last season's summer transfer window, we were talking about like girls that can do that dirty wine, right?
Wine, yeah.
And Ram was like, yeah. So like, Ram, do you know what that Ram was like?
The wine.
Yeah, of course I do. Yeah, of course I do. I do drink alcohol, you know.
Oh god.
No, hang on. We don't call it the.
What do you call it, Ram? What do you call it?
I say pattern the wine.
What? Stop it.
No,
Quit while you're ahead.
I am cringing. I am cringing so fucking bad. Don't say that, Ram. I call it pattern the wine. No.
You know why you can't use that as an excuse? Because in both instances, the wine is still there. You will still thought it was a drink. So that doesn't change it. If it's pattern, dirty, don't matter from.
Can you imagine you in geek class at university saying, come on, girl, someone pattern the wine? You know way you've ever
Pattern the wine.
How old is this guy?
fulfilled you have ever bruv. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know the I don't know the phrases, but I know the.
You know what kind of dance it is? What does it look like? Describe the dance to us.
I'm not gonna.
Demonstration.
Dance. What does a woman do with her body? What does she do with herself? What does a woman do with her body?
So basically, right.
What does she do with her body?
So basically, you play your music, yeah. The girl's into it. They move there. They shake the booty. You know what I mean? Shake their ass.
They want direction.
And they go in tune with the music, and they start. How would you say it?
Oh, God.
I want to be careful with my words.
Shouldn't be this hard, man.
You should know what a wine is, fam.
So far, the way you've described the dance move is you move in time with the music. I mean, so's the Macarena.
And then a guy comes over, they shake their ass, and then you shake.
Wait, a guy shakes their ass.
There's no guy rap.
Wait.
Go on, explain the dirty wine, please, Ram.
Let me be clear. Wait. So the girl shakes her ass, and the guy comes over and starts grinding. I wouldn't say. I think it's grinding, in it. Like starts grinding in tune with the music, and they start doing their thing, in it.
Bro, last time I checked, the dirty wine is when you have a girl getting winded on flicking her hair around. What are you talking about?
Oh no, you've made it worse. You've made it worse.
Wait, what?
Why are you talking about it?
When I think about the song and I think about the girl.
I am right.
Reggae dance hall song.
You see this? Yes. You see that? Yes, that is correct.
I am right though.
It's about to
What do you mean you're right?
Far right.
What do you mean?
Wait. Am I wrong too? I'm confused.
Ram, after stream, we will chat to you, and we'll make sure that you understand what I.1 is. Don't worry about that.
You guys. Nah.
As again, this is how entertaining the transfer window has been, and it's deadline. It's done.
It's done.
11.
Oh, that was shit.
I'm out of here, guys.
That window was shit.
Yeah, Newcastle have literally just tweeted
Just
as well,
having a-
done deal, so the Willock deal must have gone through.
Yeah.
Loans can, as long as the registration was in, you get it. It can be a little bit later. But listen, everyone who's tuned in this evening, thank you. We're back tomorrow with more content for you. Remember to check out Manscaped. Really important to do that. We're back with 2 streams, one in the morning, afternoon, and then of course covering the reaction shows for the 6 p.m. games and for the 8 p.m. games as well. So a mad busy week. Make sure you're only here at the Football Terrace. Until next time, take care. Goodbye. God bless. And just someone go out there, read up what Dati Wine is, please, because
No one's